Morning guys, about 6:30. We're on our way to Ile De France. 3 trains, but they all interlink really well. I mean, it'll take us about an hour and 20 minutes to get there, not a problem. And then we're going to be hiking to Vermes. Now Vermes is probably going to be about 25 clicks away from Ile De France. So yeah, let's go and have a good day, see what happens. It looks like it's going to be nice and warm, about 35 degrees, so that should be lovely. So here we are guys, back at Ile De France, starting on about 25 clicks. So it took us a good couple of hours to get here. We had to swap a couple more trains because of all the work that's going on this weekend. But anyway, we'll get a move on, see what we can find. So straight out of the station, we're crossing the River Oise, and this is Ile De France. Really tiny little island right in the middle of the River Oise, so it passes both sides. Here you go, first chateau of the day. This is Chateau Conti, built in between 1526 and 1530 by Alfred du Camp. Originally built for the Princess of Conti, but then after that all the sort of lords of this area, or lords of Ile De France, this used to be their house. Of course, as is normal, this kind of fell into disrepair. So it's originally what they call a bourgeois house. And as per usual, they fell into disrepair. After the revolution, a lot of houses like that were actually used by farmers. So they used to have the whole bottom section was like full of animals and stuff like that. Didn't treat them very well. The house itself was actually left to rack and ruin, taken over by the government eventually, early 2000s, and they've redone it, renovated it, put it back in action, and they actually use it as part of the town hall system. Another view of Chateau Conti there. As you can see, it's a tiny little island. Look, this is the other side of the Ouse. See one of the lock gates down there? So yeah, Conti, this little island here, there's been a house or a chateau kind of thing since about the year 1000. But like I said, that one there was built about 1525, 1526. And here we go, 30 minutes in. And we're into the trees, and it is super cool. That sun's come out, it's really bright today. It's going to get super hot. They say 37, 38, but actually in the forest here, it's really quite cool. No breeze today, so I guess it's going to get hotter, but at the moment shaded and it's lovely. So we just got out of the forest. Here we are, going to be field time again, and it is hot today. Okay, it's just hit 37, it's about 10:30 in the morning I think, and no breeze today, not even in the forest. It's pretty warm. Oh, corn's been growing alright, look at that. No corn yet, but hey, okay, onwards. Well guys, okay, this is a bit special. Have a look at this. This is a Neolithic burial ground. Wow. Unbelievable. Look at that. Okay, so this is a Neolithic burial ground. So in Neolithic times, what they used to do was they would dig a very, very long passage, quite deep, and then they would put these flat stones over the top of the passage. And then the passage itself became basically the cemetery, the burial ground for the village. So they'd take the bodies in and they'd just put it side to side. And that would do the whole village. In the 1700s, a lot of the ones around here, they actually cleared them out. The gentry cleared them out. You know what I mean, moving the bones, everything. But basically used them for storing their hunting dogs. Of course now the historical importance is known. They've obviously filled them back in. They don't want people to get hurt or injured, but they keep the tops open like this so you can see that it's actually one of the original Neolithic burial grounds. Really, really interesting, especially if you're a nerd. So, Neolithic. Neolithic is generally between 7,000 and 1,700 years before Christ. And it's generally considered to be the period where human beings stopped being hunter-gatherers and they started to cultivate plants and they domesticated animals for food. And, oh, of course, the birth of the internet. What do you mean, no internet? Well, how did they cultivate the plants? Come on, they must have Googled it. Bonjour, Michel Leclerc on Cours de Chaise. Today, we got crappy history. Let's start with Marie Antoinette. Quils manger de la brioche? Let them eat cake. The most famous quote that she never actually said. This fantastic quote that she didn't actually say is what actually lost her head in 1793, along with her husband, of course, because by then she was the Queen of France and she was married to Louis XVI. But she never said that quote. Quite frankly, there is a guy called Jean-Jacques Rousseau who wrote a book called Confessions, and he wrote that book when Marie Antoinette was actually 9 years old and had never been to France. She was still living in Austria at the time with her family in Austria. And this guy wrote the book and said, a great princess has said, let them eat cake. Yeah? Actually, it was let them eat brioche. Now, brioche is kind of like an expensive bread, so it might as well be cake. Yeah. But he wrote that when she was 9 years old. So there's no way that she actually said it. Yeah. The whole point is that the revolution needed people to believe that she actually said it. Now, in reality, during her term as queen, and she became queen at 19, there was only ever 2 bread riots. And on both occasions, they actually helped the peasantry as much as they possibly could. And, you know, France wasn't rich at the time. A normal peasant salary, 50% of that would actually go on bread, and bread was the main staple diet. You know, if you compare that to something like fuel, then fuel, they would spend 5% of the household income on. You know, so bread was a very big deal. And when they were low on flour and there was a problem with bread, there would be bread riots. But during the whole reign of Marie Antoinette, there was only 2. And in both cases, the monarchy did assist in trying to make sure that bread got out there and food got out there, etc., etc. But when the French Revolution happened, they needed people to believe that she said these words. And it wasn't until about 100 years later that they actually quoted 100% that this is what she said. Before that, it had just been rumour. But never said the words. And there you go. Crappy history. Here you go, guys, have a look at this. This is called the Blue Lake. It's obviously called the Blue Lake because it's exceptionally green, or in certain cases it's kind of chalky coloured because of the chalk. So I'm guessing the person who named it was colourblind. Anyway, we're about halfway through now. Day's going good, really enjoying the walk. Do you like the Blue Lake? It's just really hot, and there is no breeze today. Very, very little. Very occasionally you get a touch of breeze and then straight back to being boiling hot again. So it's warm, but I'm having a good day. It's alright. Not long to go. We're coming into Vianes now. Only, I don't know, about 3 clicks left to go. I just wanted to show you this. Look at this lovely church. Really quite beautiful.